The Joe Rogan Experience.
And he works so run a marathon day, so he'll run in the get up really early at dawn.
Really early, run in the morning, run at lunch.
Running at dawn is beautiful. In Africa, if you can imagine the African dawns I got coming up.
Were you worried about something running up and grabbing you?
Well, on that thing, I wasn't. I mean, they told me I was supposed to have security. Right. I wasn't. I was kind of cool.
Well, that's for people. Were you worried about people? Were you around any hostile animals?
I was in the Mountain Zebra National Park.
Ooh.
And, if you've ever been on a safari, they say they tell you to sit in this sort of charabanc, big open-top vehicle, which got metal bars over it. And they say the animals, they know the shape of that, they know it's metal, and metal doesn't taste very good. So you'll be fine. And there's a guy with a gun, and you feel good. But when I went there, of course, they said, well, you're running outside near the vehicle. And I thought, is this right? It's probably be good television, but I'm not. I don't. Isn't there? Okay, I'll just stay close, and if something's coming, and they did. I said, "What about how are the lions doing today?" They said the lions have eaten yesterday; they're fine. And they told me, and that's what lions. They never go off for snacks.
Right.
Lions are kind of organized like that. We ate yesterday. We ripped apart some animal, and we don't need to go and have a bag of crisps.
So they knew that the lions were well-fed?
They knew where they were and that they were okay. But they said the buffalo are around, and they can stamp you to death. I didn't know buffalo are so
Black Death. They called them.
Really? What? Because
they call them Black Death. They're responsible for so many. They're not as responsible as hippos. Hippos are number one, but they fuck a lot of people up, man. They don't take any shit. And if you think about bulls, like when people try to ride bulls, like domestic cow bulls, they're ruthlessly aggressive animals.
Yeah.
They'll fucking throw you through the air. Now think of them, but wild and in Africa and fighting off lions. And that's African buffaloes. They are ferocious animals.
And they're just, I didn't know what I had to do. I know that with hippos, if you come in between their water source, then they'll just kill you.
They'll fuck you up.
I didn't know what I had to do to buffaloes, whether I had to
can't go anywhere near them.
Right to their grandma or...
Yeah, if they find you to be a threat at all, they're just so powerful. They just launch you in the air. There's a great video that I was watching this morning of a lion that was trying to take out a small buffalo, and the other one got behind the lion and launched it through the air. It was literally flying like 40 feet in the air, like flipping head over heels, because this strength of this thing to take a giant cat and just with its head just whoop and just flies.
That wasn't the one with the crocodile in it as well, was it?
No. This was one that was like on the side of a dirt road.
Oh, right. Have you heard about the crocodile one?
I think it's Busy. Go to Busy Wild on Instagram. I think that's the...
Have you heard about the crocodile?
Yes, I saw that one.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Because I feel that buffalo there are acting like the local townspeople.
Yes.
And that I think the lions are the SS... and the crocodile is another form.
Yeah, this is it. This is the video. So it looks like the lion's attacking this one. Look at that. Boom. Oh, it's actually not nearly as high as I thought it was. Maybe I'm thinking of another one. Yeah, that one's pretty good though. Just to see it do that. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Relentless Enemies. That's what I'm thinking of. There's actually a documentary about this one particular strain of lion. That there was apparently the river split sides, or the river changed its path, and it turned this area into an island. And the lions had to adapt because the only thing that they could eat was buffalo, which is very difficult to kill. Usually they're eating antelope and other smaller things that aren't nearly as dangerous.
Right.
So these lions developed and became far larger. So the female lions are as large as a normal male lion. And they're hulking, like massive muscles. And they're just enormous. It's just an enormous strain of lion that's exclusively eating buffalo. And there's a whole documentary. It's a National Geographic documentary, I think. It's really good. But it's just incredible to see these things walking around. They look cartoonish. They're like the Hulk. So it's hard to tell. You'd have to compare them to a regular lion, but there's some images of these things walking around. They just look so much larger than a regular lion, because they just had to adapt. And I would think that if you're running around, like, if you're running, you got to think, like, you look like something that's trying to get away.
Well, if me running in that park?
Yeah.
No, I was right next to the green vehicle. So the big metal green vehicle was there, and they just said, stay close. So I was one door flip away from, I just launched myself into it was open top, so I would have been in that vehicle before they got to me. I hope.
Did you hear about that woman from, she was an editor on the Game of Thrones? and she was in one of those parks, and she had a window rolled down, and they told her, keep your windows rolled up at all times. And she was trying to take better photographs, and the cat reached in and grabbed her and pulled her out of the vehicle and killed her. This was last year. And they're a dangerous creature.
Yeah.
And you're just out there running with them.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, is that a picture of it?
Yeah.
Oh, God, they have a picture of it happening?
Yeah. It was in 2015.
Oh, was it really that long ago?
Yeah, I just looked it up. Yeah,
That's
seems
cra-
like
I
it
thought
was
that was
recently.
last year.
No, it was
My fact's terrible.
time's flying, bro.
Look at that, though. That is just so awful that they actually caught it on camera. Well, she just thought it was, she was safe. She's in the car. It reached in, grabbed her, and pulled her out.
Yeah,
Anyway, you're out there running around.